are enjoying your morning. I hope you all enjoy your day. Um, this morning, I'm gonna take you back to elementary school, as we will call it, or I'm gonna take you to where it all began. I'm gonna take you back to the beginning. Genesis 1 and 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God created the heavens and the earth, or in other words, Jesus created the heavens and the earth. Why do you say that? Well, let's go look in John 1 and 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay. Another in the beginning. We just read in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And now we're reading in the beginning was the Word. So God and the Word was in the beginning. But then if we keep reading, it says the Word was God. So the Word is God and has been since the beginning of time. And even before that. Because God doesn't exist in time. He's been here before the earth was ever created. God doesn't have a time where he appeared and where he disappears. He is forever and always. He is the beginning and the end. John 1:14. And the Word was made flesh. Key word, word. The Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. The Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Okay, let's back up now. We know that in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, and we know in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And now it's saying that the Word, or other words, God, was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Who could they be talking about here? Jesus. God was made flesh into the body of Jesus and dwelt among us. And he was full of grace and full of truth. If the Word is God, then God was made flesh and dwelt with the disciples. Jesus dwelt with the disciples, the Son of God. Jesus is the same God that created the heavens and the earth. They are one. John 10 at verse 30 says, I and my Father are one. Exodus 3 at verse 13 through 14 says, I am. And John 8 at verse 58 says, Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, comma, I am. Now you gotta understand what Jesus is saying here. Jesus is telling them, I am. He's saying, I am. He's saying that name that was used and referred to God in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, they called God the I am, because God didn't have a name. So Jesus is saying, basically, I am God. I am the God from the Old Testament, but I am in a body. That's why they tried to kill him, because they knew exactly what he was saying. He wasn't saying before Abraham was, I was, but he's basically saying before Abraham was, I am. I was because I am the I am. Deuteronomy at verse 6, chapter 6 through verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. From the beginning there was one, and there will always be one. From the beginning men have tried to create or become a god since the time of Adam and Eve ate of the tree, which caused God to make this commandment, saying, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And then Deuteronomy 5, verse 7, Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Of course, they wouldn't need this if they never ate of the tree, but Adam and Eve were lied to. I went and looked up what Genesis meant. Genesis meant origin or mode of formation of something. And then I looked up origin, and it means the point or place where something begins. The book of beginning, where everything started. Genesis means the book of beginning. The reason God told Israel to teach Deuteronomy 6 and 4 to their children diligently is because he knew sin started in the beginning of the life. If you waited to the middle of that child's life, they would forsake that. And they would probably not worship the true God. They'll probably worship multiple gods, maybe probably Baal. And that's why he made that commandment. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And I hope everyone here holds on to that God is one, and he will forever be one. He is the only one, and that there is no other God before him, no other king before, no president greater than him. Nobody is greater than our God. Amen.
Thank you for listening to this video. If you enjoyed, please take a moment to subscribe and like. We also encourage you to join our Discord server and join together with a community of believers. We'll see you next time.